So what we're working on today is I have a Valentine's Day merch drop coming up. And I want to I have to make the merch for that. So we're starting with Charlotte. Because Charlotte is the main character, so obviously she has to have some merch of her. I know this looks a little weird. I promise she will be wearing clothes. I just want to get everything else figured out. I was really struggling with this hoof earlier. I think it looks fine now. It just needs like oh, that's the wrong brush. It just needs a few modifications. There we go. Fixed. We probably won't include this entire background I've got going into the keychain. I kind of just drew it like really quickly to like get an idea of the pose better. We'll definitely be including the throne though, because I think that will make for a more interesting shape for the keychain. And in case you're curious, we are listening to the Genshin Impact soundtrack. I really like their soundtrack. I think they've got great music. Drawing Charlotte's face is always very difficult for me. She's got a very specific face shape where it's got like this little cheek here, but then it's like sharp at the bottom. And clearly, I have drawn it incorrectly. There we go, that's better. So it is a little difficult to have that sharpness there, but also this roundness up here. There you go, that's better. Oh, we've got 3 people watching, even though no one said anything in chat. That's great. I didn't realize anyone was here. Hello! I'm gonna have to flip this over because otherwise her hair will be covering her eye, and I don't think that would be great for the keychain. Flipping the canvas every now and then is just good anyways, even though I don't do it very often. Just a good way to like freshen up your perspective when you've been looking at something for too long. I really ought to do it more. I just don't because I always forget to. At least I forget to until I'm like too deep in to like change anything. It's poofing out like a little too much. There we go, that's better. Could like have her hair like out and flowing. That would be cool. That would make for a really cool shape. Aw, yeah. We'll keep like one little piece here. Alright, I think in the face. I do have to do the face, don't I? No, I almost always, I sometimes forget like her little wing shards. But she does need those too. Something I've been thinking about like making merch for is like I wanted to make like a sticker pack that where it's themed around God and all of his different the way that he appears whenever each different character is looking at him, I think that would be fun. I'd buy that. Well, let me know if the audio is bad for you guys or like if I have to turn the music up. Hey Trey, good to see you. I think I made this stop. I wish I knew how to turn those Windows notifications off because they are so annoying. Oh my goodness, I do not need a notification every time I press the wrong button on my tablet. There we go. So, how's it going, guys? How's your guys' day been and whatnot? Ugh, back. I talked with my roommates for the first time in a really long time. For for a while, I've kind of just like been staying in my room and not interacting with anyone because I've been just so dang busy that I didn't have time or energy for anyone other than Duck. Duck is the only person I consistently make time for, but she's really easy to make time for because we role play all day, every day. And it's through text, so we just stop and start whenever we want to. We reply at our own leisure. It's great. If not for her, I would probably be going completely insane. Your horns are a little longer. You know what? Maybe we should like curve them back a little bit to give her like a little bit more demon form poking out. Yeah. I, I don't know what to do for the expressions. Expressions are hard. That works. Yeah. Not that. I want this mouth to be as neutral as possible, but the thing is usually when I'm drawing mouths that are as neutral as possible, I just don't draw a mouth at all. Your eyeball is too high and too small. And I forgot your eyelashes. No, it was neither of those things. Never mind. Go back to the way you were. I just forgot the eyelashes, which is why it was wigging me out. I don't understand how on earth Pop draws like those big round eyelashes. They confuse me so much. Hello, Tonio! It is nice to meet you. I don't think I know who you are. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Nice to see you catching a stream. I'm sorry that I you guys didn't hear it because it was silent, but I made like I recoiled when I saw that. Like, oh my goodness! Sometimes you draw something and you back up and look at it and realize you've just made a mistake. So that's not what her eyes look like. They look like this. It's the small one that's on the bottom. It's the big one that's big and large and intimidating. That's a little better. It's still a little heavy on the mascara though. We'll just take that off a little bit. I never noticed until someone pointed it out to me that Charlie's eyelashes in the show look like apples. Do they really? Hang on. Let me look that up real quick. Charlie Morningstar. Hang on. Let's really look at this. Where's the apple? What part of it looks like an... Oh! Oh, so this is like the stem. And they're like sideways. I see. And this kind of looks like a little bit in it. But like wrong and sideways, I guess. Huh. That's actually kind of clever. I like her eyes a little bit better now. I think it's really interesting how Vivzy can pay so much attention to little small details and character designs and make them like really cool and good. Sometimes, most of the time. But then like when it comes to the actual writing, not a single detail was spared from being allowed. I don't know what I'm saying. That didn't make any sense. It seems like she's very good with details, but like big things not quite as much. Oh, never heard this track before. We're listening to Oh, I have heard this track before. It's A Tale of Two Dragons. It's from one of the cutscenes. That's why I always forget it. I think I'm gonna skip it. I don't have that kind of energy in me right now. That's better. Yeah. Where exactly did I position your little... Okay, right there. Is the volume of the music good for you guys, like in comparison to my voice? Yeah? Okay. Good. No. No, none of that. Um, um, no. Hang on, how have I... I know that I've drawn the mouth before in ways that looked right. Let me go see if I can find like references of how I've drawn it before. Let's see, where is my old stuff? There you are. Okay. You sit right there. That's too much. Ah, there we go. This is the one. Little button lip. There we go. Maybe not. After like backing up like that much, I no longer like it. Maybe I'll like it better when I turn off the hard undersketch. I still don't like it. I think it needs to be longer. No. Nope, 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 nope. No. Curse you and your hard to draw beautiful face. No. I think I made the cheek too much. Switch to my brush, please. Never mind. Sometimes the buttons on this tablet, like, don't really want to work that much. Nails too long. Is that what the problem is? Is your face too long? I think that looks better. It's fine. Let's not worry about the undersketch right now. You know, maybe we'll just erase this part. We don't need this head anymore. Sorry if I'm not super entertaining tonight. It has been quite insane. And I'm very tired and it is a little bit late. I think what I'll probably do is I'll give her face like some heavy shadow. So we won't worry about it looking too... Maybe I will worry about it looking too long right now. I want to push this chin up a little bit more. Not that much. I think that looks better. I don't love it though. I think it looked better before. Nope, it's definitely better the second time. I have got to make a 3D model of her head specifically because her head is so difficult for me to draw. it just the way that the chin is and the way that it curves, I just can't get it right every single time. I can only get it right from specific angles. I didn't even get it right in this drawing. This is wrong. I'm gonna put my charger. There it is. Plug in. Go, please. It's better. Okay. Let me just indicate where the cheeks are gonna be. Please. There we go. Cheeks. And I think we are ready to start on the actual outfit that I'm gonna put her in. So bring back the setting. Let's get to work. I should draw my Lucifer cuddling with his snake instead of a... Oh, should I draw my Lucifer cuddling with his snake instead of with a lover? Mine doesn't feel romance, but I also feel like it would be weird to draw him with his pet. No, draw him with his pet. 5 viewers? That's insane. Hello, everyone. You should absolutely draw him with his pet. That's great. Sometimes on Valentine's Day you're all alone, and boy don't I know it. It is perfectly valid to spend Valentine's Day alone at home with your pet. Because no one will ever love you quite like your pet will. Both for better and worse. I mean, like your pet only loves you because you feed them. If you stop feeding them, they would not be so happy with you. Hang on. I don't want to put her in her usual outfit. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm actually going to do for the top right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and focus on the skirt. My friend Duck, she sent me like this TikTok that like it was this girl complaining about how she doesn't feel hot in regular club dresses, but she does feel hot in wench dresses. And I totally agree. I think wench dresses are the way to go. And I specifically love the way that she styled this skirt. So cute, so cute. And that's actually why I insisted on having Charlie in the Valentine's merch, because I want to put her in this. And I want to own her wearing this. Also, she is like 2,000 years old, so like at one point this type of fashion was popular during her lifetime. Ah, there we go. That looks better. He's the kind of person to go to a Valentine's Day dance just to ruin it because it makes him smile. Based. Goodness gracious, I love her. She's so pretty. I think one of my favorite things to do, like I'm still in the process of writing episode 1, but man, I just love writing Charlotte's dialogue so much. I absolutely love writing her dialogue because the way she speaks is just so beautiful and elegant to me. I mean, it's as beautiful and elegant as I can muster. And I like writing her to even just sound very pretty in the words that she chooses to use. Have that reach to the floor. Let's see, it bunches up in these two places, but I can't, the quality's not good enough for me to like see exactly how that's done. It looks like it's almost like tied up. I tried looking for other references that kind of looked like this and had the skirt styled like this, but I could not find even just one, so unfortunately this is our only reference, and I want it to be styled exactly like this, so it does make things a little bit more complicated. Those wrinkles are not going to be fun to draw. I think that looks close enough. So let's just add the tail. I think we'll add the tail more down here to like have some more bits, I guess. Because I would like this to be like, because this is gonna be a keychain, and the keychain will like shrink wrap around this, right? So, I want to keep the shape of it as like I want to keep the shape of the keychain itself to be like big shapes, so that way there's less risk of like parts like snapping off. I don't want to make anything too thin, otherwise there is an actual risk that things could snap off. And also it just kind of looks better that way. Like, I think keychains look better when they don't have negative space or like a lot of negative space like around them. So far I think this is looking pretty darn good. I think something else that I'd like to do someday, because I think what would be fun is not just to sell merch of Myoses, but I would also like to sell merch of just other fandoms that I like. Like, I think something that I do want to include in this Valentine's Day thing is I do want to include, like, um, I want to have some AAWM merch in there as well, because I love An Arrangement Was Made so much. I genuinely do ship Charlie and Adam like in a very specific way. I think if they both like were able to grow together, and like if Charlie were to toughen up and Adam were to soften, I think they could be really darn cute together, and I think they could make a great power couple. And I just love that idea so much, which is why I wrote my fic in the first place. I don't want to force the ship because like I want the character development between them to be natural and stuff, and I've said that before. But man, I just love them so much, and I will ship them to the day I die. And I want to have merch of that for myself, even if no one else wants that. um, I actually there was this one Has-Been Hotel content creator on on TikTok that I used to watch, who she like her thing was like she didn't really make like content, but like what she would do is she just made a bunch of keychains of all of the characters that she would just have, and I think her style was really adorable. So I bought a Charlie one and I bought an Adam one, and now I have them on my purse forever, and it's great. Um, my only issue is that they have since raised their prices to something that I consider to be too much. Like, they're charging $20 per keychain, and I think that's too much. I think more than $15 for a keychain is too much. Because, like, you also have to factor in that there's like $5 shipping, so that's $25 you're spending on one keychain. That's ridiculous. I like to keeping like I get it. I get it, you know? You want to make a profit when you make stuff. Like, I don't think it's fair for people to expect businesses or artists to run their companies at a near loss. I think that's a ridiculous thing to ask of any company ever. Um, $25 in shipping? That's too much. It's too much because I know like how much it actually costs to produce a keychain is not it's ridiculous how insane her profit margin is. And you know, you can make the case for, well, oh, she had to draw the art. Yeah, I get that too, but she only had to draw the art once. Your keychain should not cost the same amount as a bust commission that you get like unique for you. Too much in my opinion. That is why I am pricing my keychains as low as I possibly can, and still make a profit. Um, I do have myself a bit of a profit margin, and I won't act like I'm selling these for like 10% profit margin. That would be ridiculous. Um, you know, it's not insane. Like my keychains, even when you do include the $5 shipping, it's still they're still way cheaper. Okay. Top. Fellas, what do we want for the top? Do we want just like her regular suit, or like I was also thinking we could go with like a more modern like dominatrix outfit could also be fun. I'm not really sure what to do. We could also just go for like a regular dress top. How about we go? Well, actually, I probably shouldn't go reference hunting, in a way that you guys could see, just in case we do accidentally stumble across something that's not super appropriate to look at. Um, I will go reference hunting alone. You don't get to see anything. Let's see. Valentine's themes. Ah, I just cracked every single finger I have. I find it weird because I find shipping to be strange, but that might just be because I used to watch MHA and that fandom was like the lust circle and had a baby with a can of galaxy wax. Yeah, that's really yes, that's accurate. That fandom has issues. Let's see. I'm currently looking for like some tops that are like Valentine's Day themed. And you guys are not allowed to see. I wish I could let you see, but like, you know, there's always the chance that that things, you know. um, hmm. Hmm. I don't want to do anything too scandalous because a lot of you are minors, and also my parents would disown me. Kind of like that. Might be a little too much, but you know, I can always tone it down. I have an idea. What if I just use like her overlord outfit? I have that. Uh, it was in character pages, and it's in just for fun. Where are you? There you are. I mean, I guess I could have used her entire demon overlord outfit because it is very cool. But I'm glad I did it because I really like the way that the skirt looks. I also made your boobies too small. I mean, I was planning on fixing that anyway, but, you know. Is anyone else alive in chat? Because I'm starting to feel weird being the only person chatting. Well, clearly, I have 3 viewers. I know I have 3 viewers. There is at least 2 other people here, but, like, I don't know. I don't know why no one's talking. They might be, like, people who are usually pretty quiet anyway. And you should have seen, like, the Minecraft stream the other night, because, man, that chat was dead. I mean, it's probably because of the time at night in which I decided to start streaming. I would have liked to have streamed earlier, but I was just so out of it. I've been a little bit sick. I've had this weird problem the past couple days where anytime I eat anything, I get violently ill. But the rest of the time, I feel just fine. It's only when I eat like a full meal that I start to feel like so sick it's like actually painful. Should we leave the tummy naked or should I like add in a corset too? Corsets are always fun. I mean, that is like a genuine question if anyone would like to respond. Hello, new person who's in chat. Hang on, I need to... There we go, that's better. Now I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Away. So your collar is like large. I think we are gonna have to like tone down the size of the collar just a little bit in this particular shot because of the way that things are angled, and that's fine. It's still pretty dang big. Maybe add a corset so that it doesn't look too plain. That's a good idea. Cause like my fear with like sometimes, well, maybe not my fear, but like just like something that I keep in the back of my head whenever I'm drawing something, when I want to make a lady hot, is I never want to make her look trashy. Cause I think showing too much skin can make you look trashy. There are ways to do it that don't do that. But like showing skin just to show skin, I think is a low class. I also don't want to become too much of a lesbian when I'm looking at her. I know it laces up here at the front, but I kind of want to put a bow in the back. Never mind, I don't want to put a bow in the back. That looked bad. Yeah. I remember somebody once criticized me in my comments. It was on the Cletus video, and they said that they don't like how skinny I make all of my characters. I think it was more like something that they were frustrated with the Has-Been Hotel fandom in general with, and they were like kind of upset that like I was doing the same thing. But like I don't think I have that problem. Like the problem with making characters too skinny is like I don't think it's skinniness that is the problem. I think the problem is actually same body syndrome. And I don't think I have that problem really. I mean, I guess I do to an extent, but the fact of the matter is that most people are average. That's why it's average. But like I do try to have like a variety of body types, so like Charlie's really busty and Vaggie isn't. Stuff like that. Like you can have different body shapes and different body types without making everyone like obese. You know, there's more body types than just skinny, too skinny and fat. Like there's a very large range of body types when you actually like start to pay attention. And I don't mean like in my work, but like just in the world. But since I've gotten that criticism, I think that criticism, even though I think it was like a little unfair, I think they did like notice something that I hadn't noticed about my art, and that is that I do have a tendency to draw everybody very tall when I don't mean to all the time. Like some characters I absolutely do mean to make tall, but there are quite a few characters that I have made tall on accident because I was drawing them by themselves without having them be in relation to other characters. Is the way that I have like heights structured in my head is not like actual numbers, but like how characters are in relation to other characters. That's what works for me. Um, so I've definitely had a problem with that. I noticed it like when I noticed it like most when I was making my height chart, and how I did my height chart was I just sized everybody up to so that their heads were the same size. And I discovered that the way that I had drawn the proportions of like Peter and Matthew specifically, they were very tall, much taller than I intended them to be. Matthew especially, I never pictured Matthew as being very tall. I always imagined him as a little short. Um, like not super short, like not Lucifer short or anything, but just like a little bit short. Hello, possum friend. Hello. Hello, good to see you. Happy birthday, by the way. I hope your birthday's going well. I'm trying to get used to body diversity. I started with one of them if a bit I started by making one of them a bit chubby and one slightly buff, but I still struggle with it. You'd think it'd be easier when I'm built like Bart Simpson. Understandable. I bought the new oversimplified figurine. What's that? I don't think I know what that is. Yeah, getting variety with body types like can be difficult. Like even if you yourself are not like an average body type, like I myself, I'm kind of chunky. I'm trying to lose weight and I am actually starting to make progress again, which is nice. But I'm fat, guys. Oh, didn't you buy me the Roman guy last year? Oh, that thing. Oh, I see. I understand what you're talking about now. I just don't know the names of things. I never know the names of anything. I know things by the way they look and that's it. The way that I've drawn these arms might be a little too long, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think anyone other than me will really notice it too much. And it also might be just like that her thighs are a little short compared to the rest of her leg. Me go now, bye. Have fun arting. Bye! It was nice to see you for a little bit. Have a good rest of birthday. I think maybe I should define those claws a little bit more. I love Charlotte. She's so pretty. That's better. I mean, it's still not perfect. Hang on. And I think I'll modify the fingers from this new shape that we have, this fun new shape. Ah, there we go. That's better. I should not be drawing like the distinctions between the palm and the hand like I usually do. I do that like by default a lot because I'm used to drawing skeletons and well, not that I'm used to drawing skeletons, but I did draw a ton of skeletons in high school and middle school because that was what I was into. So I usually do the skeleton hand by like default. Speaking of which, I have some very fun characters that I cannot wait for you guys to see when I release them. Oh, it's gonna be a great Saturday for all my Otherverse fans, of which there are more than I expected. Otherverse used to be like something I always had fans for it, but it was never like super big or anything, like even at its height. I could never hear the word skeleton the same ever again. Yeah, we've all been traumatized. I think legs we keep bare because she's already got so much intrigue with her legs, just like in the with virtue of like how the gradient works. I did almost forget the spikes over here. That's better. Goodness gracious, you are pretty. Okay, I think we are ready for the final art, but I don't really feel like rendering, so I think what we'll do next is we'll actually do the sketch for the next one. Oh, do you guys want to see the Vox one that I've been working on? Before like Valentine's Day was a thought in my brain, I actually did like start drawing a Vox keychain that will come out eventually. And I'm very excited for this one. His face is so stupidly hard for me to draw. Like, the facial expressions, the mouth specifically, especially, but the eyes aren't very easy for me either. But clearly I did get it to something that I like, and I think this will be a very fun shape for us all. Oh, I like making him weird. I love this weird little man. I haven't started on Alistair's yet. He was the most, like, he's the most requested out of all the characters that got voted for. Not in the Valentine's one, but just like in general. So I definitely want to make his like one of the first ones in the main lineup of merch that will be like year round. But I just haven't gotten to it yet. And these ones I just like already did for fun. Like the squished atom ones, the ones that's double sided. I made those for Duck for Christmas because I thought she'd love them, and she did. I did since like modify them a little bit for like the final, cause in the one that I made for her, like the test one, I made the liner for his I made all of his line art gold, but I did change the line art on the clothing to just the regular black, so that way it would be more accurate to the actual design for him. And this one, I did actually redraw it. I didn't just steal the art, because, you know, I had to make a few modifications so that they would be perfectly double-sided. So I took away Adam's spike bits that were protruding from him a little bit. I think I changed some other things. I also changed the way his line art do, just to make it like a little easier for me. So I actually changed it to my AAWN recolor. So that's great. I did also make squished loot because I wanted squished Eve to be able to go along with with Adam like they deserve. I did also have to make modifications to this because Eve doesn't have a spear, she has a guitar. I took Adam's guitar away and I gave it to my silly little lady. But obviously Loot has a spear, so that was a little annoying to modify, but I made it work. Man, you are her body type is very weird. The angel that made her body, like, the the angel that like was making her body like did make quite a few little mess ups when they were making her. So that's why she looks the way she does. It's why her hands are so big, it's why her feet are so tiny, it's why her waist is so thin when it's not supposed to be. Adam, the angel that created Adam's body also made some mess ups, but like not in places that you normally talk about. Like they made his butt real fat. Which I'm never gonna acknowledge. You guys can just figure it out when I draw it. Let me quickly check Discord to see who the other one was. I'm pretty sure it was Angel Dust that was also voted on for the Valentine's Day stuff. Angel Dust. And I believe it was specifically his hippie version. Where is it? I know that there was like a tie. There was like a three-way tie between Angel Dust, Adam, and Lucifer, and hippie Angel Dust like destroyed them in the final like tie-breaking vote. No, I mean because of Max Jaegerman's skeleton bit. I don't know what the heck. Oh, that. Oh man, I wish I could remember it better, because I do remember it being very funny. Let's see. Where did I put character sheet? There it is. So it was specifically the hippie version that got voted on. So I wasn't expecting that. I'm kind of shocked how much people prefer the hippie version of him to the other design that I think looks nicer. And I don't know why that is. And I don't think I'll ever understand it, but I guess whatever. If people want their dirty little man, they can have their dirty, stinky little man. No, what in the heck? How in the heck am I gonna pose you? Hello, Ducky! It is good to see you. Do you want to hop in a Discord call? And stream with me? You don't have to if you don't want to. I could draw him with his pig. That would be cute. I could draw him with his pig. Because at this moment in time, he's currently single. He doesn't start tempting Husk away until until he's hot. What the heck happened to my music? Yes, continue watching. Play. That's better. To be fair, hippie angel dust looks more like somebody you can share weed with and chill instead of somebody who probably has a lot more issues than you might accidentally trigger. You heard it here you heard it here first, folks. Nobody wants to hang out with a drag star. I'm teasing. I'm sorry. That's a horrible joke to make. Hmm. Like a good old lounging pose would probably be good. Hmm. No, that looks horrid. We need a couch. That's what we need. How am I supposed to draw him lounging about if we don't have the signature Has-Been Hotel Ugly Ock couch? We need that ugly ock couch. It's his home. It's everything he cares about. Let me see if I can like find like a really good angle of it. That angle is a little bit better, but I do need like the full thing. Why am I getting so few pictures of the couch? I would like the couch. That's not the couch. Why do they only have front-facing pictures of the couch? Oh. Man. Happy image. Well, fellas, I guess we have to draw the couch. I don't want to draw a couch. What have I done to myself? I always make my own job harder. I can't help it. I cannot help myself but draw the couch. I mean, I guess I could draw him just on it as it is, but that's not really the position I want. Let's see. Pushing. Pushing. Oh. Oh no. No, that isn't right. It's all wrong. Oh, fellas, I need to be put down. I need somebody to save me from myself. I'm a fool. I'm a masochistic fool. It's what I am. It's what I'll always be. I'll never change. I'll never learn. I'll never grow. This is just how it's gonna be forever and always. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's all wrong. This is all wrong. It's all falling apart. It's just like my social life. It's better now. We don't have to make this couch like an exact copy of the original couch. I can do whatever I want. I can draw whatever I want. It's my AAU. Get out of here, couch. Ugh. Ah. I'm breaking everything just by moving. What's wrong with me? Ugh. Mm. So, how was your guys' day, I guess? I'm curious who all in chat, who all is in chat right now. What have I done? I'm on the wrong layer. You know what I would like to do sometime? I would like to play Hollow Knight on stream because I love Hollow Knight, but then I would also have to re-buy it, and I don't want to do that. I love Hollow Knight. I want to get back into it. Like, drawing like this segmented furniture thing is making me think of Hollow Knight because they have like a lot of things in there that are like segmented, kind of like this. It kind of looks like a clam. Oh, what was that? I heard a notification. Simon666 ghost _1 is now following. Thank you for the follow. That's 32 now. Was disappointed when I went to robotics, but that's kind of it because besides this project I just finished. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I never went. There was a robotics club at my school. I never went to it because I felt dumb, and it also like sounded like something for nerds. And not that I was any better than like a nerd or anything, but like I just didn't really want to go. I didn't ever feel like I would ever fit in, so I never tried it. There we go. It's not exactly what I wanted, but like it'll work. You kind of do like need like some more details though. And since it's Charlie's couch, it should be like styled after her a little bit, right? What's the animal in the down left corner called? It's called an opossum. It's the only marsupial in America. It's pretty cool, pretty goated if I don't say so myself. It's so cute, thank you. I think opossums are absolutely adorable, and not just because I am one, I genuinely think that we're the best of all woodland animals. I've been thinking about leaving because I'm basically just an extra living organism with no real reason to be there besides scroll on my phone. Oh, definitely leave then. Like I don't like to encourage quitting, but like if you're doing nothing except for sitting on your phone while other people do everything fun, definitely leave. You're wasting your time. Are you one? Yes. I know that my name is AJ the Wild Wolf. That's my persona. Not my persona, my fursona. I'm actually a possum. And the name of my channel is from high school, but it feels too late to change it now, and I don't even know what I would change it to. So it stays. It'll be a relic of my past forever. I did change it from Wind Wolf to Wild Wolf though, because I like Wild Wolf better. I feel like Wind Wolf doesn't really fit, because like I'm not an airbender or anything. And I don't really have any like strong association with the wind or what anything. Have a treat, thank you. Yum yum yum. Really hope there wasn't any rat poison in that. I mean, I would be able to tank it, but I would be violently ill for a few hours. I need to stop messing with the segments on this couch and decorate the darn thing already. What do you think of me? I don't know enough about you to have any thoughts, really. Let me see. I need to look at your throne. Horn, wings. Okay, so we definitely gotta go with the wing armrests because they're very cool. I am German and love animals more than humans. Based. Aw, yeah, couch. Hey, this couch actually rules, honestly. Animals are always nice, humans not. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I would say all animals are nice. I've met some pretty darn evil animals before. Have you ever met a chimp? Chimps are awful. If I were ever to encounter a chimp and I was like in the street and I was armed with a gun, I would shoot myself before I shoot the chimp because the chimp would be able to tank it. It would not kill the chimp. Well, spiders and snakes. Spiders and snakes aren't evil. You know what is evil? Little tiny dogs. Wiener dogs specifically. My um I used to have these friends back in where I grew up in Utah, and they had like this horrible, nasty, evil little wiener dog, and they used to tell me, hey, if you don't run from him, he won't try and bite you, and he bit me. The second I stopped running, he bit me, and it hurt bad. They didn't put him down until he bit a friend that they actually liked. And I didn't realize until years later, like only just recently, as I was recalling it over at my aunt's house and like telling her about how scared I was of little dogs, um, that I realized, oh, those people weren't my friends. They only tolerated me because I lived in the neighborhood. So that's great. I like this. This looks good. I am loving this. Aw, yeah. I think that drawing backgrounds and especially like objects, I think is an underrated part of art. I love drawing objects and really trying to make them feel as if they're a character or like trying to make them look kind of like a character. Like drawing an object like specifically for a character so that way when you look at it you can immediately recognize, oh, this is that character's thingy. So much fun for me to do. I love doing it. I don't want to add too much detail to this chair though because I do have to draw it over and over again. Um I think Has Been Hotel, the background artists of Has Been Hotel are very brave people for how much detail they put into their environments. They really shouldn't do that. The process of animating would probably go way faster if they would simplify their backgrounds just a teeny bit. Like, specifically the wallpaper is the first thing that comes to mind. Stop drawing all that dang wallpaper. Just stop. Like, I get that it's probably like an overlay or a texture that's already made, but like, seriously, guys, you're hurting yourselves. And now I have to do my least favorite part, which is figuring out a pose. Dang, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that. It's okay. And I was like less than 8 years old, so whatever. I was thinking, what if I like drew him with like some pot brownies on it, like laying on top of him as he's like eating way too many. This looks bad. Spiders and snakes are so cool and fascinating, real. I've always liked spiders and snakes. Snakes usually more than spiders because, like, you know, I'd rather find a snake in my house than a spider. Well, actually, that might be an overstatement. I guess it depends on the type of snake. If it's not a venomous snake, I'd rather find a snake in my house than a spider. Is a snake, you can just put it outside and like it's all cute and whatnot. Spiders, not so much. I remember one time a spider had given birth inside our house. Like she laid this huge egg sack and we didn't know about it until it hatched and there was like a million baby spiders all over the bathroom ceiling. And I didn't realize that that was there until I like woke up at night and I was peeing and I looked up, tons tons of baby spiders all over the ceiling. And then like you can never kill all of them. Um so they would like get in their sheets and bite you up all night. It was terrible. But like a snake, like you find it once, you get rid of it, and then it's gone. I used to have an enormous fear of snakes when I was little. Yeah, I mean I get that. I was never scared of them. My mom once told me a story. Like, I was a really tiny baby. Like, I could walk and like pick things up and run around, but like I wasn't old enough to remember anything. And she told me like we were visiting my mamita, um, and I had found like this snake in the garden. So like as I was walking up, I was running up with this snake in my hand to like go show my mamita. And it's like, hey, look at this giant snake I found. Scared her to death. She's terrified of snakes. She got bit by a copperhead once. Nearly lost her foot. It was bad. Mm. Hmm. I drew him like maybe doing some yoga or something. I was scared because my step grandpa showed me the Anaconda movie when I was like 6, and because their fangs scared me. What's the biggest spider called? I'm not certain. I know that there's like this big tarantula called the like a bird eater or something. But I know it's not like the biggest spider ever. There's like one that's like the size of a plate. Isn't it like called the huntsman spider or something? They're both big spiders and I hate them equally. I used to have a pet tarantula. His name was Fangtooth. He was pretty cool. He escaped several times. He was a very, very strong spider. Um, I remember I once saw him like weightlifting with rocks in his enclosure, and then later like he figured out how to open up the top to his cage, because in order like we kept him in like a fish tank, but we had to like because that was what we had. We were gifted him by my aunt. So we had to keep the cage like open just a little bit, the top of it just a little bit open so that he could still breathe. And he figured out how to get his legs into that little crevice and like pry it open just enough so he could get out. He escaped several times until we started putting a book over top of it so that way he couldn't lift it anymore. And after that, he lost the will to live and died. Like, he just refused to eat anything and died. We thought he was gonna molt because they don't eat when they're about to molt, and nope, he did the opposite of molt. So that was pretty disappointing. Um, I was also I was too scared of like getting bit to ever like actually interact with him. I wanted to like my aunt who gave me him in the first place. She's had some spiders that are like so nice and sweet that you can like pick them up and cuddle them and whatnot. Like I actually did that like recently when I was visiting them for Christmas. She has this sweetest little spider. They're so soft. He was absolutely, she was absolutely adorable. Very, very cute spider. She was like, I think she had like some pink parts to her legs. You would not believe how soft spiders are. Like, tarantulas specifically, like, they feel like kittens. Like, I'm not even joking. They are so soft. Um, and like I'm not even like exaggerating because she also had kittens. That spider was just as soft as those baby kittens. Oh man. I want to put like a bag of chips or something here for him to like be snacking out of. Cause you got the munchies. I don't know anything about drugs, guys. I never did any, and I came from a high school where like no one did any drugs either because we were like all terrified of our parents. I'm sure there were some people who were like they were like vaping and whatnot, but I never encountered it. So I really don't know anything about anything when it comes to drugs. I'm very sheltered, so a little out of my depth with this addict character. And you know, I feel weird researching it because I don't even know what the heck to research. It looks really weird. It looks like his arm is broken. I mean, we could use like one of the arms on his back. That would work. Oh, that looks worse than before. I mean, it doesn't really... Bring it back. And now let's draw this idiot's head. I really ought to update my reference to get rid of this little bump in the head, because that's not supposed to be there. I didn't know like how on earth to even go about drawing Angel Dust's weird hair until after I did a screenshot edit for my video, which I did after doing both the designs, and then I realized, oh, it's like a big swoop in the. It's just like a big crescent shape, and I never would have figured that out had I not traced him. His head is such an insane shape. I don't know how Vivzy ever conjured it up. I mean, I guess there's like one thing like you that no one can really deny, and that's that her characters are very unique. Even if they're not unique from each other, you can always recognize when a character has been designed by her. His head looks like a used up toothpaste tube. Real, kind of real. Kind of like I kind of like it, but like also don't like it at the same time. Because like in some shots, like the hair can look like make it look really flat and really 2D. Like not always, um, but often it looks very, very 2D. Um, which is not usually what you want. Like, you don't want your characters to look like flat cardboard cutouts. You want them to look like they actually exist in a space. Hasbin Hotel does like have this problem. Like, it's a reoccurring problem with characters looking really flat. Like, there are some shots that are just bad, you know? A lawful train load? Nice to see you. I hope that's not like a scam link you just put in there. Or whatever it is. I don't really know what cheap viewers on whatever that is means. It really does look like a scam link. Am I big enough in order to have scams appear in my comments? That's great. Well, chat. It's chat, not comments. Wow, the amount of viewers just dropped. Thanks, Mr. Scam. I think we'll cut this stream off at like 11:30, so like in 6 minutes. Ugh. Why must head be so hard to draw? It doesn't look like it's in a space, like it looks so flat. I don't know if that made it any better. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Everything's wrong. Ugh. I think like Should probably have like your hair like draping down a bit. Then headband. Maybe your eyes should be like all big and swirly because you're on drugs. I don't know. I think I want you looking like this way, like kind of at the viewer a little bit. It'll do. It'll do for now. Hair here. This looks very strange from the right, from the other angle. Pincers, and then the cheek, stuff on the cheek. There's the other cheek. Man, your face is fat. What the heck does face look like underneath pincers? It's too bad you don't have a chin. You'd be way easier to draw if you had a chin. But you don't have a chin. Nope, that's the wrong tool. Wah. Wah. And since this is like not exactly like facing front, but it's pretty darn close, like, and his long hair isn't gonna be in the way like I normally draw him because he's like in a weird position. So his long, luscious locks should be draping down like this a little bit. Really sell that upside down feeling. Yeah, that looks decent. I should draw the eyes first, so that way I'm not like trying to worry about where I place the headband. Cause headband go over eyes. Or at least it should. I really ought to have redrawn this reference for myself so that the bump in the head was fixed, and also so that the eyes were in the correct position, because they're drawn far too low down here when they should be up much higher. I don't know what expression I'm gonna give you. And it's 11:30. I guess this is where we call it for the night. I'll do more work off camera. Good night, everyone.